Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back. And today we're doing Roxy's Weekly Challenge. We're on week 43 and we're going to make some faux washi tape. We've done it before, but we haven't done it for a long time, and I'm kind of quite looking forward to doing it again. It's really good fun, and we're going to make Christmas themed washi tape. So what we're doing is we're taking a piece of tracing paper and just sticking strips of double-sided tape. I've got some different sizes here that I've used, sticking it in strips, as you can see, along the tracing paper, so it's actually stuck on this side. Then you decorate the washi tape along those strips, not the washi tape, the tracing paper along the strips, and then you cut them up and you've got ready-made washi tape in different widths, because I've got 3 different widths of tape here. So I've just kind of, in some places, put them together so that it makes one wider strip, and sometimes if I've separated them out a bit, then I've got some narrower strips, which is pretty much what Rachel did. Her double-sided tape is probably different widths to mine. She's got a really wide one. This is my widest. I think that's wide enough for me. Just got a little tip for you, just because I thought I'd done all my preparation for this yesterday and put my strips on my tracing paper. When I looked at it this morning, turned it over because I hadn't checked, it's all wrinkled on the back, and I've tried to smooth it, and it's got all these sort of air bubbles where it's wrinkled up, where it obviously hasn't lain straight when I've been sticking it down. So I had another go at it this morning before I started the video, and it's come out a lot better. So my tip would be, this is how I made it, hopefully this is what I did that made it work. When you're sticking the tape on, I've lined it up with my grid so to try and keep it straight, and then as I've put the strips across, I've overshot them and then glued it to the, and I've done it from the bottom up, so I've done it, sorry, if I'll show the other, whoops, before it all starts peeling off. If you do it that way, you could do it either way, but I found it easiest to start at the bottom, work my way up, and as you do, stick each strip down so that it keeps it still. And as you're sticking them, you can keep them nice and flat, smooth it as you go. And it seems to have worked, that it hasn't got as wrinkled because it's not moving about. And then afterwards, you have to just trim off your overshot pieces, which I've done most of. I just thought I'd show you that, where they're just a little bit either side. Stick it to your mat to keep it still. The hardest part of the whole process is actually trimming off the bits afterwards, because it's so sticky. It sticks to your scissors, sticks to your fingers, sticks to your mat. It's horrible stuff. Well, only that, when you're trying to trim it, it's quite tricky. But and then you just have to sort of peel it all off your scissors because it sticks. And the sticky back bits start coming off, and I had bits stuck to my mat, and and now it's all stuck to me. So yeah, that's the only bit that's a bit tricky, is getting off all the bits of sticky tape off your fingers. I think I've got it. Have I got the last bit? Yeah. Right, so now we can turn it over. Nope, we're on the right side already. So now we've got this, and we've got a variety of widths. I've been playing around trying to come up with some different ideas of designs to do. Some simple, some maybe a little bit more Christmas themed. So I think I'll start with, what shall I start with? I've got so many to choose from now. Which one shall I start with? I might start with a nice easy one. I've got 2 wide ones. I want to do a narrower one with this, I think, at least the first one. So I've got a selection of pens here. I've got some pro markers. That's these ones. These are, I think these are alcohol pens. I've got a couple of gold pens of different sorts. I've got, well, there's a, what do you call it, Posca pen here. It's a new one, so that works quite well. It's the only Posca pen I've got that works. I've got a couple of Sharpies, but they all seem, well, I don't know if they work on the vellum. I haven't tried them all on the vellum. I've done my designs on some paper, so we'll see. So what I thought I might do on one of them, which I'm going to start, is do a bit of a candy candy cane stripe. In fact, I think I'm going to put some paper underneath in case I overshoot either top and bottom. I don't really want to get the pen marks on my desk. So I'm just going to do some stripes. Am I on the right side? Yes, I am. So it's worth having a bit of a space between each of the strips you want to use so that you've got a little bit of space either side to kind of overshoot a little bit, overshoot your tape a little bit. Very easy to go into the next one, which I might be doing a little bit. So I'm just trying to do, I don't know if this one's a little bit narrow for this. So I think because I've got so many strips to cover, I think I've probably got more strips than Rachel because I haven't got such wide pieces. I will probably speed up the process once you've seen the design appearing. Once I've got going, I'll then just speed it up for each one so that we're not here for too long doing these, because it can get a little bit boring to watch somebody doing the same thing over and over. I'm a lot slower than Rachel. She's very good. Once she gets her design in her head, off she goes. Right, so that's my little stripe. I may do a different one with a thicker pen further along. Let's tackle this big piece on the end here. So I think I'm going to have a go at one a bit similar to the one Rachel did, I think. Now, what did I do with that pen? I did have a colour that was similar to hers. Yeah. So I thought I'd just give it a go. It'd probably end up looking different to hers, but I quite liked the effect, so I'm going to do it my way, but I'm going to turn that around a little bit. Well, maybe I'll start this way and do some little just some little. So I do. This is an issue. I'm on the right side, aren't I? Yes. I'm not sure how well the pro markers show up there. It's a little bit faint. I wonder if that's going to be. It shows up beautifully on my paper, but it's much paler on here. I wonder if this one will work any better, although this is too thin. I'll try that. No idea what I'm doing here. Don't know how this is going to look. I'm going to try adding some berries and see if that looks Christmassy enough. So I don't know if I'm going to get enough colour out of this. Don't know if I like this one now. I'll try filling that in. Yeah. Might be alright once I get going. Right, so there was a bit of smudging here and there, a little bit smudged up here. If you're quick, you can wipe off the smudging, which I managed to get off with a wipe when it went over here. So I'll have to let that dry. I've got to be really careful of that, which is why I've decided I need to put this over there to stop my hands smudging everything. So actually I quite like it now it's done. I think it looks quite Christmassy. So that's that one. Now the next one is a double strip, I think, so I need to do something. I need to do something straightforward. I might have a go at doing that one that the stars that Rachel did with the. Where's my black pen? Did I put it in here? Yes, I did. I'm gonna have a go at doing those stars. I don't know how they'll turn out. I kind of do them my way, similar. Try just doing a kind of, just do the blob on the end of some of them and a spiky bit, and something like that. Something like that. Why did I give myself another complicated one to do? Oh, I think somebody at the door. Just one moment. Right, sorry, that was the postman at the door, so I just had to go and get that because Richard's out having one of his runs. And I just carried on a little bit just so that I've kept going, done a little bit more, and then I've just got to finish off these ones and then I'll come in with something else, I think. Right, individually they're pretty awful, but when you look at them as a set they don't look too bad. And I think in between I'm going to do some little gold ones. I've got my gold Posca pen here. And I'm just going to do some kind of, try to do it without smudging what's already there. Just do some little little crisscrossy ones really. Okay, yeah, I like that. When it dries, I think it'll look quite nice. Oh, I think that's okay, that one. Right, got another big one now. Let's do some holly, shall we? What one am I going to use for my holly? Not that one. That one, I think. I'm going to try doing a bit of holly. get a bit lost in my design with the holly. That's it. Need to turn it the other way up some of the time. That's it. Let's just try some little berries. I think I'm going to use my finer red pen here, just do some little berries. And here. Is it coming out? I think this pen's dying on me. Let's try this. I only want little berries, so I don't want big fat blobs like that one, because I want it to look different. That's it. Little ones. Alright, that's coming out okay. I think I've got, might have some bit of a gap. Right, let's do a little bit. I feel this one needs a little bit of background, a bit of filler. I can see I've gone over a little bit with my... I might have to just trim that ledge off because I've gone over with my candy canes a little bit. I'm just wondering whether to do some background spots with a dark green. No, not that green, the one I've just used. Or with a light green. Maybe the light green. Is that going to show up? Just gives it a little bit more of a background. It's possibly not going to show up on camera, but it's just kind of filling in the background a little bit. So it's a bit of a limey green, but I quite like the background that gives. So, yeah. Right, them coming together. What else can we do? I've got quite a few to choose from. Oh, I know what I was going to do. Hoping this one will work. This is my green one, like the red, and the red one's not working very well, so fingers crossed. So, I was going to do some little trees. I don't know whether I should do them all one way. Feels like they should all be going one way, really. I think they need something more, don't they? I'm wondering whether to... maybe I'll fill them in. Maybe that's what I need to do. They look better filled in. They might do. I didn't even realise I was using my Sharpie there. I thought I was using this. Okay, so I'm thinking go for a really dark one and do some dots in between. Just to, again, give it a bit of background. They need filling in. I don't think I necessarily want a different colour. Okay, little Christmas trees. Wish I had a little brown pen just to kind of add a little bit of, I think a bit of brown would help. I don't have one. Do I have a... no, I don't think I do. I need to find one. Right. It's taking a while. I'm sorry about that. I'm a bit slow, but hopefully with speeding up, things will improve a little bit. I need a narrow one now. I'm going to do some nice simple spots. Just some red spots. Let's keep it simple occasionally. Oops. Okay. And big one. So I'm going to have a go at doing some really, no, not that end, some thick stripes. I'm going to try doing it like this with the the wedge end. Now this is where I really need to put this underneath. Oop. That was, I think. I think I'll try and do a thick one and a thin one. It's quite difficult to get this shape. Keep it within the confines of my strip. Well, I kind of lost my angle a little bit. Well, not too badly. Now I'm wondering about putting a bit of, adding some gold in between. We're going to go another line, or shall I do dots? I'll try and do a line in between. Now I think I'm going to be careful about smudging. One in there. Well, that's gaudy. Yeah, it's okay. It might be quite a nice bright one. I can always cut it down a bit smaller. Right, so this one, I had another idea, and I don't know how well it'll turn out. Okay. I don't know whether I'm going to get all these done in this video because they're taking me a while. But hopefully by the time I've speeded things up and stuff, you'll at least see most of them. Right, so what I'm thinking... Right, first of all, I'm just going to do some circles. Okay, and then I'm just going to do a little bit of something on the top there, and suddenly they become ornaments from the tree, don't they? Well, they do in my mind. And if I put these bits on different sides, they look like they're facing in different directions. Don't know if you can see that really. Oh, they look like a ring as well. They look like gold, they look like diamond rings. But we can make them look more ornamenty by adding a little bit of something in the middle. Right, so I have my baubles kind of every which way. They may not look very bauble-y yet. I'm hoping... Now, what's the best thing to do? They're quite small, so maybe what I'll just try and do is just add a little colour. Do some spots. A couple of little wiggly lines. And they start to look a little bit more bauble-y, don't they? At least I think they do. Okay, so I just finished the little baubles off, and I added some little red ribbons just at the top of each one. Gives it a little bit more colour, I think, and filled it in a little bit more. I think that looks they look quite pretty like that. So I'm happy with those. I don't think I'm going to put any more bits in the background, but I may still feel the need to do a few dots or something. But I think I'm just going to do some gold blobs, really, for this one. Just big gold dots. And I might do some little gold dots in between. You can never have too much gold at Christmas. And then I might do some little green dots with the gold. I haven't really done gold and green. Okay, let's try that. Oops. Right. Okay, yep. Dots. Now I've got a couple of thin ones to do, so I think one of them I'm going to have a go at doing some little fir trees this time. So I don't know how they turn out. They're not sort of like that. I don't know if they're trees or more, a little more fronds really. Should I do some the other way up? I probably should try and move them around. Okay, little Christmas frondy bits. Let's fill this up a little bit more up here. See a few gaps where I should have had them a bit closer together. Okay. All right, that's that one. I like that one. What else can we do? I think we'll do some little gold stars. Just some gold stars. Right, gold stars. Yes, yes. Right, one more big one. I think I'm going to have a try doing some sort of leaf. Again, different leaf. Where's my big dark one? There it is. Let's see if we can have some some leaves sort of twining. Well, that's probably my least favourite. Not really that keen on that. I wonder if adding any bits of red will just kind of perk it up a bit. Should we try that? Because it can't look much worse than it does already. I'm going to get my Sharpie and just add a bit of red here and there. Have some red berries. Can't hurt. Or red dots. That's all we're having. They were going to be berries. Now they're just dots. Well, that has improved it a bit, I think. There. Yep. Looks a bit more Christmassy now. Happier with that. Still got a few more to do. I know we're getting through the time. That's why I'm having to speed you up quite a lot. Okay, so I've got another idea. Similar to one before. Where's my little... Let's put some of these things back. Oh, we're going to need that. We're going to need that. I'm going to put these in the pot. Where's my black pen? Get the black pen out. Alright, let's have a go. I'm going to do some different baubles, I think. I'm going to try. And we'll do some... I think this is a double here, yes. We'll do some long ones. It's quite tricky to be exact because my hand keeps sliding about on this. And then we just do a little box on the top. Well, they could be Christmas lights as well. Are we going to do one or two the other way up? I think we are. I think they're more or less the same shape. Just maybe a bit pointier at the bottom. So I'm just moving it around so I orientate myself. Like that. And I shall just keep going with these. Right, so we've got our outlines. Now we just need to decorate them a bit, I think. So I think we're going to use some gold. And I think, shall I just stick to gold and gold with the black? I think I might. So I might just colour some of them in. Some of them I will Maybe do some stripes. Colour one or two, and I might throw in one or two red ones as well. I think I'm going to join them all up with a line so they're strung together. They could either be lights or tree. I think there might be tree lights, thinking about it. Right, so they're all kind of joined together now. I think I improved them, I'm not entirely sure. But that's that one. Okay, and the next one I'm going to have a go at doing a grid. I'm not good at this, doing long straight lines, but I'm going to try. Which is the best of these to use? I think I'll stick with the Sharpie. I'm getting a better colour, but I'm going to try and keep the line fairly thin. So, wish me luck. Not good, quite wiggly. But then I want to do across the other way using my gold. But I'm going to put the light on, I think. It's getting a bit dark in here. Right, let's do this. See if I can crisscross it in gold. I don't know if this is the right angle. Right, okay, quite like that actually, red and gold grid. I've gone over a bit onto the next one, so I've decided this is a narrow one. I'm just going to colour it in gold. Just literally make the whole thing gold. Right, so I've painted that one gold. I painted this one in this pale aqua. What's it called? It's one of the Pro markers. Pro markers do give beautiful coverage. It's really, really lovely to colour with. This one is called Soft Green. It's a really lovely colour, and I think red against this colour would look really good. Haven't quite decided what I'm going to do yet. I will do that off camera because I think I've taken quite enough of your time. I'm going to do some sort of either red dots or red twirly whirlies or something. I'm not sure yet. But I think I'm quite happy with the ones I've made. I think it's time we cut them up. See how they look. So just go and find my trimmer. And I think I need to turn it over, and then I can just cut between them. Okay, well, this one's got a bit of red on it, so let's turn this over and let's just see what we've got. I think there might be a bit more trimming to be done because I haven't quite got that right, but never mind. This one also, that's because I left a bit of a gap between them, which gives me room to move out, but I can't. Let's just trim that off a bit. Right, so there's that one still to be finished. Got the red, gold one. Got my gold and red grid. I've got my little Christmas lights, maybe. Gold stars. Leafy bits with spots. Some little ferns. Some Christmas fern. Some gold spots with green dots. Little Christmas baubles. Red spots. Gold and red candy cane stripes. Christmas trees. Holly. Narrow candy cane. What do you call these? Stars. So black stars and gold tiny stars. And the last one is this weird leafy one. They look a little bit like hearts with bobbles on. Don't know what you call those, but I think it looks quite pretty apart from the blobby bit, but once you cut them up, that'll be fine. So that's my Christmas washi tape. It's taken me forever to do, so I have to do some serious editing, make sure it all fits into one decent length of video. But I had lots of fun. I've really enjoyed doing this, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.